Hello again, everyone. Welcome to, let me make sure the date is right. Welcome to Thursday, uh, February 27. Thank you guys so much again, always for taking the time. The greatest thing that I can give you guys is to say thank you for taking the time to watch and comment on this. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write it down or reach back to us so that we can discuss, because all of this, what we are doing here, is for everyone, is for every child. This stage belongs to every young adult, every young person, every child, and every woman, everyone, of course. Because when we empower children and young people, we empower women, we have empowered the entire world. So thank you guys so much for being here today. So we're going to continue with the introduction, and then we will discuss these topics on Wednesdays and Fridays as usual. And not as usual, it's a new twist that we're starting today, because we realize that recording these topics on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays does not really give us the time to discuss it or to exchange ideas, and also to give our own points. So we want our children to have variety, to have choices, not just from one perspective. So that is why we're going to be doing it this way. We just introduce it on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and Wednesdays and Fridays we go live. So we are in One Global Movement, Mantle of Hope. Introduction. What role does Black Legacies play in defeating poverty, hunger? No, this time around is poverty. We already treated uh, uh, education or illiteracy. So, what role does Black Legacies play in defeating poverty, building generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose? And when you remember our mission, the mission of One Global Movement is to help children, young people, and women defeat hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. And keep in mind that when we talk about wealth, wealth is not necessarily money. Money, because when you do not build that foundation of wealth. Wealth is knowledge, wealth is relationship, wealth is being kind to others, wealth is reading, wealth is attending webinars, seminars, wealth is writing your own books, not just reading other people's books. Wealth is making sure that you do something that will last for posterity, so that your generations after you're gone, long after you're gone, will benefit from what you're building, and also the society will benefit, just like we are now benefiting from Black Legacies, and a lot of them are out there. It's good that you go and read some of those Black Legacies, and you will learn. Set aside the noise, the negative noise, or whatever they say about Black history. It's so important that you go there and read it for yourself. You will be glad that you did, because they are the wealth builders of the world. They laid that solid foundation, and it's so important that we all read it alongside with other legacies, not just Black legacies, because Black legacies alone cannot thrive on its own, because no one is an island upon themselves. So we thrive with others. But you want to make sure that you are going with those who have the same thinking, the same dream, the same goal, the same mission like you. They might implement it differently, which calls for you guys to work together so that we can learn from one another, right? So that is very, very important. So Black legacies are not just stories of survival and blueprints of success. No, it's not just to show that, here, look at me. I survived. I got this. I got this. I got this. No, that's not what it's all about. From the resilience to riches, from struggles to strength, each generation, as we know, builds wealth not just in currency, in physical money, but in knowledge, unity, and peace. That kind of money, wealth that you don't see, but it's inside of you. And when it is inside of you, it sits well with yourself, the wealth of knowledge, wealth of peace and unity, then you begin to see the physical wealth. That means you have to believe it. And then you action it out before you can see it, right? That is so important. So Black legacy is very important. Breaking poverty is not just about wealth, it's about wisdom. Black success, Black leaders, thinkers, and doers have turned barriers into bridges. Are you turning your barriers into bridges, or you're complaining and whining and blaming people about it? These thinkers and doers have turned barriers into bridges, proving that prosperity is a seed you sow, you plant in your mind before it blossoms in the world. It starts in your mind. You know, sometimes kids can be very mean when they bully you, maybe in school, or your friends say negative or nasty things to you. Guess what? You don't worry. You don't even fight back. What you do is you continue to build on your hopes and your dreams and let them take their eyes and see. Because the greatest defeat you can give anyone that is mean to you, that is negative to you or towards you, is a landslide victory. Put that in your mind and keep building on your hopes and your dream. And remember that your hopes and your dreams, your gift was given to you. And you do not expect anyone else to see it because it wasn't given to them. You might be doing what you're doing. It might not resonate with your friends or with others. They might want to condemn it because a lot of people think that they have to go a certain way. They've been caged and put in a box. And they think that if you are not reasoning and doing things like them, then you are abnormal. Being abnormal is such a beautiful thing. When you are abnormal, it means that you are unique. You are doing things that resonate with you, that come from within you. You're not trying to copy. You don't be a photocopy. Studying, reading the works of other people is a way of education, but it doesn't mean that you're going to copy it. Remember, plagiarism is against the law, right? So these Black legacies are not just thinkers. They are also doers. They have turned barriers into bridges, proving that prosperity is a seed that you plant in the mind before it blossoms in the physical world, in your eyesight. You have to plant it in your mind sight first, right? So the footsteps of our ancestors paved the way, not just for freedom of the physical self, not just for freedom of what you see, but for freedom of your mind and for financial empowerment through enterprise, education, and excellence. We have turned dreams into dynasties and struggles into success stories. Black people have done that, and some of them are still living. And some of them are even young people that are doing that, and they continue to do so. So the question to ask yourself is, what am I doing to build a legacy that will last for generations, just like my Black leaders, Black educators, engineers, and architects and scientists did? What are you doing? Is what we should be asking ourselves every day. So Black legacies have played a profound role in defeating poverty, building generational wealth, and uplifting communities globally. Remember, Black history is the history of the world, right? So from historical leaders and entrepreneurs to activists and educators, Black visionaries have paved the way for economic empowerment and social progress in a lot of ways. So one global movement's message in celebrating Black legacies and economic empowerment is very powerful. We want to be able to put resources in place that will help children, young people, and women worldwide to build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. As we celebrate Black history, we honor legacies of visionaries, entrepreneurs, and freedom fighters who turn oppression into opportunity. They didn't just sit there and whine and cry and complain and blame and point fingers at others. They turn oppression into opportunities and struggles into strength, which you and I, all of us around the world, are enjoying what they work. So what are you? What what are you going to leave, and what am I going to leave that is going to also transform the world? So from the marketplaces of Africa to the resilience of Black Wall Street, from policy change makers to modern billionaires. Black excellence has shaped industries, lifted communities, and built generational wealth for a lot of us. I am speaking here because they build this foundation for me to continue to do what we are doing to help women and children. So let us carry their mantle forward. Do not dim that light. Carry that mantle of light, that mantle of hope from Black legacies and our Black leaders and doctors and engineers to the next generation, beginning right now. So entrepreneurs and economic justice. True wealth is not just in what we earn. True wealth is not just in what we earn, but in the doors or the doors we open for the next generation. So let us open doors and new doors that will continue to build the next generation while starting today. And this we are talking about here is our children and young people that are the innovators, the architects, the scientists, the painters, the engineers of our times. So let us continue to build them up together. So true wealth is not just in what we earn. Remember that. Very important, because a lot of people see their worth in the paycheck, what they earn, the paper money. They don't see their worth in something that is larger and bigger than themselves. They just see it in that and think that is wealth. So that one is the last thing that comes before the true wealth that you were born with. So One Global Movement stands in solidarity, because uplifting one, we uplift all. So this is so important. So remember this: Black legacies have been pillars of resilience, innovation, and leadership in the fight against poverty, the pursuit of generational wealth building, and the embodiment of purpose-driven living. Don't just live with purpose. So across histories, and Black trailblazers have transformed struggles into stepping stones, paving and proving that leadership is not about status, but about service. Leadership is not about status, it is about service. It's not about certification, it is about your heart and your service. And it is about impact and legacy building. Remember, in the words of Martin Luther King Jr., said, anyone can serve. Anyone can serve. You do not need any special certification to serve. You can serve with your voice. You can serve with your pen by writing. You can serve with dancing. You can serve with the strokes of your painting brush. You can serve with writing. You can serve with building. If you are an engineer, you can serve with food, really helping to be hospitable to children, especially those that are on the street begging without food to eat. So we can do something. 1 and 1 equals to 2. When we come together, we can build stronger legacies. You can do it, I can do it, the others can do it. But when we come together, we can do it even better. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. And I love you. Bye-bye.